What is a super visa? A Canada Super Visa is a special visa for parents and grandparents of Canadian citizens or permanent residents. Once immigration approves your visa, you can stay in Canada for up to 2 years at a time, with an additional extension of a year available as long as you apply within a certain time frame. The Canadian government first introduced this visa in 2011 as a way to ensure that families could stay together. The government found that by allowing parents and grandparents to travel to Canada in order to help take care of smaller children, working-age immigrants can participate more in the labor force. However, it gets even better. If you are the parent or grandparent of a working-age Canadian citizen or resident, you can obviously apply for the super visa. Your spouse or common-law partner can also apply for the visa, so that they can come with you too. It's worth noting here that if you don't plan on visiting your family members in Canada for more than 6 months, it might make more sense to apply for a tourist visa. What are the Canadian Super Visa requirements? To be eligible for this visa, you must prove that you are the parent or grandparent of a Canadian citizen or permanent resident. You have a signed letter from your family member who is inviting you to Canada. You have medical insurance from a Canadian insurance company. Sounds pretty simple, right? It actually is, but there are a few more specifics. In the invitation letter for a super visa, your child or grandchild will need to include a statement saying that they promise to provide you with financial support during the entire length of your stay in Canada, a list of the people staying in the household of the person who is inviting you, a copy of the person's Canadian documents, either a citizenship card, passport, or permanent resident document. Make sure you include all of the details listed, and even more when you can. The more information you provide, the less likely it is that they'll reject you. Financial requirements for Canada Super Visa. When your child or grandchild invites you to Canada and writes your invitation letter, they're going to have to show that they meet the minimum necessary income. This minimum income amount depends on the size of the family, which is why they require you to list the family members in the household in your letter. For one person, for example, the minimum income that they require you to have is currently just under 25,000 Canadian dollars. To show proof of income or financial means, your child or grandchild can submit a variety of documents. They can be a Notice of Assessment, or T4, for the last tax year, employment payment stubs, a letter from their employer stating their salary and their hiring date, bank statements. Immigration officials also note that, along with these financial requirements, they also analyze things such as your purpose of visit, your own family and finances, and the overall political and economic stability of your home country. On top of this, you'll also need to ensure that you're allowed to enter Canada, which means that you don't have a criminal record. You need to take an immigration medical exam and meet other various conditions. Canadian Super Visa Insurance Requirements. To apply for the Super Visa for parents, you'll need to get medical insurance. This medical insurance must be from a Canadian insurance company. If you try to get insurance from your home country, they will deny your application. When contacting a Canadian insurance company, it's best to tell them that you're looking for insurance that specifically meets the requirements for the Super Visa. If they're not familiar with what that entails, then tell them you need coverage that is valid for at least 1 year from the date of entry, provides you with at least 100,000 Canadian dollars in coverage. When applying for your visa, you'll also need to show proof that you have paid in full for the insurance. Immigration won't accept it if you're still paying installments or owe anything to the insurance company. Aside from those requirements, however, you can take out any kind of Canadian travel insurance you'd like. If you plan on staying the full 2 years in Canada, ask your current insurance company if your policy covers you while you're abroad. If it doesn't, or if it only does in part, then you can take out additional coverage to complement what you already have. Consider a policy that covers traditional travel medical needs and issues, such as a lost or stolen luggage, delayed trip coverage, hospital visits, winter sports injury coverage, unexpected death or dismemberment, repatriation to your home country. There are, of course, other things that you can add to any kind of Canada travel insurance policy, but it really depends on your needs. If you are a grandparent and know that you are going to need to make regular doctor visits for checkups or prescriptions, then it's best to get full medical coverage. Applying for a Super Visa. Are you eligible for the Super Visa? Do you have all of your documents, letters, and forms in order? Do you have medical insurance? Great! Now, you're ready to apply. You can apply for the visa online. If you rather send the application in the mail, you can also do that too. The only requirement is that you apply for the visa outside of Canada. This means that you can't apply for the super visa if you're currently in Canada. Regarding the super visa processing time, it really depends on the time of year and what country your parents or grandparents are coming from. The immigration website provides you with a really handy processing time calculator. You simply enter the details and select which country your family members are applying from, and it will give you an estimate of the processing time. If you're still not sure about the whole process, it's worth speaking to an immigration lawyer or company that deals specifically with super visas. Online forums are also great, and you can join many social media groups of other families who've completed the process successfully. Enjoying a safe stay in Canada. The super visa is a great way for families in different countries to reconnect and spend time together in Canada. Regarding the medical insurance requirement, you'll need to get that from a Canadian insurance company. To get the lowest quotes in Canada, contact us for a free quote today. Be sure to mention the visa you're applying for so we can help cater your quote and policy specifically to your needs.